Hey there everyone. So today I'm gonna be doing another drawing chat video while I work on this piece, which I've already sketched out. So today I'm gonna be drawing, sorry, brain's blanking out. Today I'm going to be coloring and working on this picture I did of Ladybug from the Miraculous Ladybug series, which I do watch. So I'm going to line it with this pen. This is a bank pen. I'm being really lazy right now because I don't want to go back into my house to grab another art pen. So I'm just going to use this, even though it's blue. So we're going to line in blue today. So I'm not really sure what to start talking about. I guess I can start talking about the show. I started watching this because of Instagram. The fandom for this show is huge on Instagram. It's actually pretty funny because everyone in it is like an adult. Like, I'm pretty sure the only kids that watch it probably watch it on Nickelodeon when it comes on, but for the older fandom of this show, a lot of it's done on YouTube, which is where I watch it because that's really the only place I can watch it right now. I prefer watching it in the original French with subtitles. So instead of the English version, I think the English version is actually pretty good. But I just prefer watching it in French because it seems a lot less childish when you watch it in French. I don't know, like, some of the things they say in the English version, they're very, like, I don't know, repetitive, and, like, it's like a kid's show, but obviously it is a kid's show. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good show. I get bored and I'll watch anything, so, yeah, I really like, the setting of them being in Paris. I think the show is really well designed around that. You can tell, like, right away as you start watching that they're not, well, I mean, for people that live in Paris, it's not foreign, but for me, I live in America, and it's like a different world. It's really cool to look at. Some of the architecture in the buildings in the show, just the school they go to, it's all very, very different from the kind of things you'd see in, like, an American cartoon. I think it's pretty cool. And I do really like Marinette's character. I think whenever they do, like, a clumsy girl character, it's easy. They're trying to do something relatable for young girls. How we all feel at one point in our lives that we're clumsy and stuff. But something about Marinette, she's very sweet. She has other really nice qualities about her that, besides just being slightly relatable to a teenage generation, she's actually pretty cool. I like the whole thing that she's kind of an artist herself. She designs clothes, and, you know, she has a crush, which is pretty typical of a young girl. I'm kind of drawing her, well, it's more in my style than anything, but I'd say it's closer to the version of her in the anime trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really cute. You should watch it. It's the trailer for the show, or the show was originally intended to be an anime, which I would have preferred because I'm not really into the whole CGI cartoon thing. It's not my favorite. I feel like it's getting a little overdone, and I miss the, you know, more hand animated looking stuff. I just think it's cuter than the... It's because with TV shows, it's not as well done as if it was a movie, you know, like I love Tangled, the way they do that kind of CGI, but whenever they do it in TV shows, which don't really have the same kind of budget as a whole full-length movie, it can look a little less put together because they don't, like, draw the individual hairs and everything. I think they did do a pretty good job on this show doing the CGI. But then again, I've never seen it in anything better. You know when they made, like, Kung Fu Panda, and then they made the Kung Fu Panda TV series, and you're just like, something's different because there's a lot less work put into the actual animation of the show. Like the fur, the textures are a lot more blocky than in the movie. And it just all comes down to the length of time they have. You know, they only have a couple of weeks to create the episodes before they need to air on TV, versus a movie. They have a lot more time to work on things. So, I don't know. I do like the show, though. I'm waiting patiently for the second season of it. I'm watching Naruto right now, which I have been pretty invested in. I'm on, like, season 3, episode 20-something. They have a lot of episodes. I love, like, how some animes, it's just, they don't really need that many episodes. They just made so many, because a lot of them are, I don't know, unnecessary. It's just, like, drawing out a battle for a really long time or something. I mean, I'm not complaining because I get bored and I don't like when shows end super fast, because then I have to find a new one. So, I was going to talk a little bit about creating a YouTube channel, because I bet a lot of people or artists are thinking about it. I started thinking about it at a very young age. I was like 11 or 12 when I first saw Mark Curly videos, and he was actually the whole reason I draw right now. Was watching one of his manga, how to draw manga videos. I started having an inspiration to draw anime because I started watching it at that age, and so I tried drawing it, but I didn't really know what anime was. Like, I just thought cartoons, you know. My experiences were like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, and this one show called Kappa Mikey, which I don't know if anyone remembers this show, and I can't remember if it was on Nick or Cartoon Network, but it was about like a American style boy, like he was drawn in American cartoon style, and then he goes to Japan and everyone else is in anime style, so he doesn't really fit. And something about that show really made me love anime style. And seeing the actual, like, comparison between American cartoon versus a Japanese cartoon was really cool, because I didn't know. I was a kid. Wasn't making connections like that. Like, the cartoons made from these, this culture is different from what, gets produced where I live and stuff. But it was really cool to watch that show and actually see a difference in it. So anyway, when I started watching Mark Curly videos, and it kind of explained what anime manga style was to me more than just, noticing there were differences in the cartoons, I don't know, it became more of a passion of mine to draw. And I didn't have any talent for drawing at all back then, which is another topic I'm going to talk about, is talent. I didn't have the desire to draw, is what I mean. My sister and older brother were very talented artists. My dad is a tattoo artist, or was a tattoo artist at one point in his life. And he's a very talented artist. So, for me, I always kind of figured I wasn't that good at art. I was a lot more passionate about animals at that time. I really wanted to do some animal training. I was into horses and riding and stuff. But once I watched a Mark Curly video and I did draw an anime person for the first time, and I got so close to his, it was like a direct copy almost in my mind as a kid, that I was able to draw what this guy drew really accurately, and it was a really huge confidence booster back then, because I didn't think that I had a talent for drawing. So finding out that I did have a little bit of an eye for drawing was a big deal for me. And from there, I started watching his videos weekly when he put them out. This was such a long time ago now that I think about it. I have been watching Mark Curly videos since, like, the beginning of the time he started posting them. And I'm trying to think. It inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, but I didn't really have the equipment to do that. So I started drawing for a while, after doing that first initial drawing, and doing a pretty good job at it. After that, I started drawing regularly, and once I felt I was sort of good enough, I wanted to start my own YouTube channel. And I didn't do a great job at filming or anything, and I never ended up posting the videos because I just didn't think they were quality enough. I didn't think they showed off my drawing skill enough. I wasn't happy with any of them, so I kind of put it out of my mind that I was going to do that. Until I did one video, and I filmed it with my webcam. It's still on my channel. It's my very first video. It's titled My Manga OC, and that video came out fairly well. I was able to put some music in the background. It made me a little more confident that I could do this, like I could have a YouTube channel. But after filming that video, my computer broke, the one that I used to film it, and put it together after that computer broke, I just kind of put it out of my mind for a while that I would ever start a YouTube channel. My parents got me a tripod for Christmas last year. Not last year. The year before last Christmas. They got me a tripod, and I put it away for a while. I thought about filming with it, and then one day I finally built up the confidence enough to make a video, which was the video titled Jolene. And ever since then, I was kind of, I got more inspired to keep up with posting and actually have a bit of passion for making videos. And it became a passion along with drawing. Like, now I don't want to choose one or the other. I don't want to just make videos. I don't want to just draw. I want to draw and make videos because I actually enjoy making YouTube videos. It wasn't just like I wanted to do it because I wanted to show my art to people or anything. It became some kind of passion of mine, which is what I wanted to talk about. Sort of passion versus talent. A lot of people think that you just have to have a talent for drawing. You have to start out with one. You can't just pick up a pencil and be good at it, you know, unless you have a talent, like, bestowed upon you. Which, I just want to tell you guys, I don't believe that's true. If you love drawing right now, and you're not very good at it, or you don't feel like you're very good at it right now, you will get good at it because you love it. That's my idea. I wasn't good at drawing. When I was a kid, I drew just like any other person. All my people I drew looked like this, with eyes. That's how I drew when I was a kid, just like any other little kid would draw. And, you know, it wasn't until I developed a passion for drawing and loving artwork and wanting to create it myself that, you know, I actually became sort of good at it. So, I think talent and passion are words that get confused. Some people have a natural talent for something. They, you know, they're born great at doing something. That doesn't mean they're passionate about it, but some people just are born with a really great eye for drawing. They can just see something and put it down on paper because of the way their brain works. Not everyone's like that, but the people who are passionate about drawing can be like that with time and, you know, energy put into artwork. So, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I highly encourage it if you believe you're ready, because there's a lot to it. You know, you have to be ready for bad, you know, maybe mean comments, things that upset you. You have to be dedicated because it's a lot of work to create videos, and with YouTube, you're going to want to be posting regularly. You know, it's not like a thing where you create one video a year and then you somehow get a really big following from it, or, you know, people magically see your videos. It's something you have to post weekly, monthly, on a schedule so people know that you're serious, and then they'll subscribe to you because they want to see more content. People don't just subscribe for, you know, no reason. They subscribe because they know you post regularly. I know one thing that I do whenever I find somebody that I like on YouTube. The first thing I do is I go to their videos and I see how many videos they have and when was the last time they posted. So if they have 3 videos out but the last time they posted was a week ago, that means they're probably brand new to YouTube and that they're, you know, actually might be serious about it, and I'll subscribe to them. If I see that they haven't posted a video in 6 years, but their one video they posted is really good, I'm probably not going to subscribe to them. I'm just going to watch that video, enjoy it, and, you know, be on my way, because I know they're not going to post anymore. They probably don't even do YouTube anymore. You know, who knows if they even draw anymore, because they, you know, they don't post anything. So, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I highly recommend to be dedicated to it. Think about your time schedule that you have right now. Some people don't have time for it. You know, wait until you do have time, or make time for it. And don't let anyone tell you it's a silly hobby, because it's really not. YouTube is a great place for artists to get recognized, and it's one of the best social media I've come across for artists. I will tell you right now, I absolutely hate using Instagram. I have an Instagram, I do, but I don't like it. I don't feel like anyone, you know, even if people see my art and they have opinions about it, maybe they like it, maybe they hate it, I don't get to know that. They don't comment. There's not a lot of activity going on with Instagram. However, with YouTube, I get a constant, steady flow of comments, which I like, because I like talking to you guys. I don't like to feel like I'm the artist and everyone else is the viewer, and I don't like feeling like that, which is how I feel with Instagram. It's like, it's all based on how many likes you get, and comments are rare, even for, you know, a famous person. It's more, they get more likes than they will comments, which is kind of typical, but at the same time, with YouTube, comments aren't rare. You'll get feedback. Sometimes it's negative, but you will get feedback for doing things on YouTube. And that's what I like about it. I like that it's a community and you can talk to people. You can make friends. I've made friends on YouTube, which is really nice. It's all around something I enjoy. So, what was my other... Another thing I kind of wanted to touch upon was getting away from social media. This isn't something I've done too much, and I kind of could kick myself for it because it's necessary. Well, maybe it's not necessary, but it's good. If you see any artists that are established on YouTube, a lot of them go to conventions and they, you know, talk to people in real life, which I think is pretty important, because it's, sorry, I'm sharpening a pencil right now. It's important to be active in all types of communities, and real life is one of them. I went to a painting group once, and I didn't go back, unfortunately, because I felt really awkward there. the group was mostly older ladies, and I felt kind of uncomfortable. But at the same time, it was a good place to get out there and noticed, because those ladies go to my local art hop, which is a place where artists set up and they sell their artwork in downtown of our city. So thinking about it now, if I had maybe stuck with the painting group, I could possibly have shown at Art Hop with them. I can go to Art Hop by myself, but I'd feel more uncomfortable being all alone than being in a group of people. Yeah, and you know, going out to show off your artwork is good too, because making real life clients can be valuable to any artist. A lot of people, if they get to see you and meet you in person, they'll be more interested in your artwork because they'll say they know you personally, which is why YouTube is so nice, because it gets people acquainted with artists, and artists aren't just like a blank face behind their artwork that nobody really knows about. Like, I don't know how, you know, how many of you know what, like, famous artists look like? You don't. You really only know them based on their artwork. What they look like is kind of an afterthought. Unless they're maybe a singer or dancer, then obviously you see their face because they perform live and they do stuff like that. But with artists, people who paint and draw, you recognize them based on their artwork. So I think it's important to think about getting out there. If you're becoming interested in art, you're becoming more established in art, think about attending a show. They're all over the place. You can sign up for them. You can look up in your area art shows. See if you can get into an artist alley maybe. I'm hoping to do that this year. I'd really love to go to a convention or something. I feel like I would have to draw more first because I don't have a lot of things to display right now. Everything is little drawings like this that I keep in my sketchbook. When I drew this picture, I wasn't really sure about a background, so I ended up doing this like stained glass look. I'm not really sure how to color it now that I've drawn it. Sorry if I'm getting off topic again. I wrote down notes of what I wanted to talk about because I really wanted to talk about YouTube. I wanted to talk about, you know, talent. I feel like a lot of artists are getting discouraged lately just because maybe they're not super talented at first, and that's, you know, it's common. Artists don't start out that great, and if you don't feel like you're that good right now, it's still okay to start a YouTube channel. It's still okay to show people your artwork, because you'll grow and it'll get better, and wherever you're posting it, people will notice that you're getting better. Because when I started posting artwork on Instagram, I wasn't that great. I mean, I had a couple of really good pictures that I still like, but I wasn't really that great. Wasn't really any better than anyone else, so I just think that, you know, talent, it comes with passion. inspiring. I feel like I'm just losing my train of thought a lot. What color are her eyes? I forgot. I think they're blue. Pretty sure they're blue. I'm gonna draw them blue. I'd look it up, but I don't have Wi-Fi out in the trailer. And I'm using my phone to film, so I don't even have a phone to look it up anyway. My foot fell asleep. By the way, I do have a video on how to film art videos put up. So, you know, if you're struggling trying to figure out how to film, you know, a video, that shows you how. Because I film with my phone and a selfie stick, and I show how I do that in the video, so if you're interested. I've been really into watercolor lately. I got some watercolors as a wedding present, funny enough. And I've had watercolors already, but like, it's just something I've been interested in lately. I like the natural look of them. Not super great at watercoloring yet, but because I haven't done it, I've been drawing with markers and colored pencils for most of my years as an artist. But I do like watercolor effect. So I found a computer that I think I'm gonna buy. My husband and I talked about it. It's a nice refurbished computer, and I think that's where we're gonna go with this. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have that. I'd still like to do these kind of videos though, even after I get a computer, just kind of unedited, maybe slightly edited, but mostly unedited videos where I can just talk to you guys, and it's really simple. Simple to make. They're a little nerve-wracking though, because I always feel like I'm just rambling and everyone's already left. If you've stayed through this whole video, you are a trooper, because I am a rambler and I don't make a lot of sense. Miraculous Ladybug looks like she would be a really fun superhero to cosplay as. I think that would be fun. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. The show is pretty new. I'm sure somebody's done it, I just haven't seen it yet. I've already drawn like 3 pictures of her. I didn't like the first 2. This is the first one I've actually kind of liked. I'm kind of thinking about starting maybe drawing landscapes and animals more on this channel. I've been drawing people for a while, and I feel like any skills I have towards drawing animals and backgrounds and landscapes are kind of suffering. I don't super enjoy drawing that kind of stuff. That's why I mostly draw people, but I would like to draw that way because I do want to eventually start up with my comic book, so I don't know, maybe we can get some suggestions down in the comments for a landscape or an animal I should draw in the next video, because I don't have the next video's drawing planned out, so I might actually draw it on camera, but I might have to split that up into sketching it out and then drawing it, coloring it, sorry, in a different video, because it might take some time. I love how Marinette's hair is blue. It's actually not black, it's blue. I suppose it's because black hair creates a blue sheen a lot, but I feel like they made it quite blue in this show. I like it though. I don't really have a story behind this picture per se, it's just her holding the Chat Noir doll that appears in later episodes. I don't know. Some people might not have seen it yet, so I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a Chat Noir doll. Just gonna try to color this sort of rainbow really fast. I don't really know how to color stained glass, so I'm just gonna go with what I think will work. So I want to know if any of you guys watch this show. I'm sure some of you do because it's so popular right now. Foot's still asleep. And if so, maybe tell me your favorite episode. I have watched them all, so all of them so far. I'm trying to think of my favorite episode. I think it was the Valentine's Day episode. I really liked that one. But that might change in later episodes coming out. Oops. Oops. But also I think would be really fun to do like a Zentangle drawing. I don't know, like, I've never been able to draw one that I was happy with. I got all these books for my birthday about it because I was really interested in it at one point. And then I just didn't succeed in the first like 10 times I tried it, and I was just like, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do it. That's kind of pretty. I like it. I'm happy with it. So I also want to remind you guys to tag me if you drew something with me during these videos. The hashtag is draw with C, so draw with SEA. and I will look at them and I will see them. You can also link me to them here on YouTube. I will click on it. And you can use that hashtag on Instagram or Twitter. I probably won't see it on Facebook because I don't go on Facebook, but definitely go ahead and tag me in whatever you drew during this little sketch chat, drawing chat video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.